Hello and welcome to Sustainable Prepping, your home for fear-free emergency preparedness and a sustainable life. My name is Brecky and I'm coming to you with a quick video on my lunch break while I'm at work because I wanted to get back in the filming game and say hello. I have a bunch of new subscribers, and so I just want to say welcome to everybody who has joined me. We've surpassed 500 subscribers, which is pretty exciting. It feels like a big milestone to me as one of the small prepping channels out there. I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on what you can start expecting from 2022 and some of the things we're going to talk about. The first thing I wanted to do is ask you, the viewer, do you like live streams? Is a live stream conversation something that you would like to see on like a monthly basis? I'm really interested in doing that, but I want to make sure it's something that you would like and you would enjoy. So if that's something you're interested in, leave a comment down below and let me know if you would like a live stream, and let me know some of the topics you would love to see discussed in a live stream. So what can you expect from 2022? Well, I'm definitely going to get back on a weekly filming schedule. Some of you who know, especially if you're over in my Facebook group, I had some health problems that really cropped up in December, and I really needed to take some mental health time. I have 4 kids. It was the holidays. We were traveling. We had family in and out of town, and then I got sick. And so taking time for myself, taking time to care for myself is really important, especially right now as our healthcare system is a little bit overwhelmed. Okay, no matter where you are in the world, I bet your healthcare system is overwhelmed. Taking care of yourself preventatively is really important. And so I'm going to do a whole video on the importance of doing some preventative procedures or some preventative work in place to make sure that the really bad stuff either gets caught early or doesn't happen to you. So we'll have that video coming up pretty soon, but I was doing some preventative care for myself. So I was out of commission. I got out of the habit of filming. I lost a bunch of footage. I filmed 3 videos, including one on how to store rice for long-term storage. I did this whole big thing. I stored like 6 buckets of rice. I took you along. I showed you my whole spiel, my whole system, and I lost the microchip, the camera chip. So that's kind of a bummer. So here I am, I'm back. And so 2022 is going to be a mix of conversation videos and how-tos. I want to take you along and do some more long-term food storage for those of you who are new to it. I want to take you along on cooking with your food storage, okay? If you're going to have food storage, you need to know what to do with it. And we need to be thoughtful about what we're storing. So if you're going to be storing, dried grains and dried beans, you need to know how to use it if the grid is down. So I'm going to take you through some options for grid down cooking with what you're going to store, including freeze-dried foods. So if you have freeze-dried foods, or if you're interested in getting freeze-dried foods, like you guys know, I'm a 5 Life consultant, not because I'm trying to sell stuff to you guys, but because I like the product, I get it anyway. So I'm going to take you through how I use some of that and showing you how you can use what you store, okay? The second thing I really want to bring into our attention is sort of all the preventative things that we can be doing for our homes and for ourselves, building skills, building routines that are going to serve us. I really think I've been watching a lot of the prepping community since I've been not filming myself, and I know that some of the big guys in emergency preparedness are doing some collaborative work, and I like all these guys, so I'm not saying that critically, but there's a lot of things that get missed, okay? There's no women's voices, for example, right? There's no women's voices. There's no voices of people who are disabled, right? And how our prepping has to be different if we're talking about communities with different abilities. So I really want to bring some of those conversations to the forefront. I want us to be thinking about it critically. I want us to be engaging with the hard topics. So I'm going to be having some of those conversations in 2022. I also am planning on doing some fun stuff. How do you prepare with kids? What are some things that you can be doing that engage your skills without being scary and creepy and, like not bringing anxiety, I guess. How do we do this in a way that is fear-free? How do we engage our families in ways that make it fear-free? I'm going to be showing you some of the new stuff that I've got for my medical kit, and we're going to be having some good conversations around areas that kind of get missed in the medical kit and what you can do about it. I am also really excited to say, y'all, as soon as it warms up here, I'm going to be registering to do some first aid classes. I'm really, really excited. I'll be taking you along for my garden and bringing you along as I continue to grow as a gardener. I'm not an expert gardener. I'm a regular person, but I do love growing a garden, and I think gardening, home preservation, these are going to be incredibly valuable skills for preparedness, okay? Even if you don't identify as a homesteader, right? They're going to be incredibly valuable skills. All of this is to say, I'm taking you along as I am a normal person who's trying to reach normal people. I don't have a prepping business. I was not a scientist that studied epidemiology once upon a time. I was trained as a first responder starting at 16 to, biological and chemical warfare. I started getting into prepping as an adult when I lived in California, and I'm into it now. And I really want to reach all the people that are already anxious and they don't want to stay anxious, right? They don't want to come at it from a fear-based place. I promise you guys that I'm gonna do everything I can to minimize the fear. There's a lot to be afraid of, okay? There's a lot of things that we can worry about. We can worry about Ukraine and Russia, and we can worry about Taiwan and China, and we can worry about variants of COVID, and we can worry about civil unrest in the United States, in the rest of the world, right? We can worry about economic collapse, and we can worry about the devaluation of the American dollar. At the end of the day, most of those things you and I can't change, right? Unless you happen to be a politician, in which case you need to be doing something. But if you're a regular, normal person, you and I can't change that. So what can we do to make the greatest impact where we are? Your mental health, your emotional well-being, dare I say your spiritual well-being, whatever that means to you, matters. And you need to be practicing now the coping mechanisms, the tools, putting those systems in place so that they're as healthy as they can be. Because it's only going to get worse, right? We might have up times, but there will be down times. The next election in the United States is going to be fraught. And no matter how it goes with China and Taiwan and Russia and Ukraine, it's going to change the geopolitical playing field. All of these things are going to bring change. And you and I can't stop that, but we can be calm and we can be confident. We can know that we have our ducks in a row and we can be in a position where we can help others. And I think that that's a key, right? We shouldn't just prep to save ourselves. We should prep to create strong communities. And one of the conversations I hope we have this year, one of the conversations I hope that you help me have, is how do we engage whole communities so that communities are resilient? And I'm not talking about communities who've gone up in a holler, right? That are tribes that don't want to engage the rest of the world. Okay, we all know who they are. We all know those people. You can go find those people on YouTube. You can go find their books and their podcasts and their whatever. I'm talking about people who don't want to give up on society. If you don't want to give up on society, if you think that there's something good about participating in this collective society that has created the platform of YouTube for us to share our thoughts and has created the cameras and maintains the internet so that we can do this incredible communication, I want to talk to you. I want to talk about how do we help these communities become more resilient through our example, through our advocacy, right? How do we do that effectively? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know, but I'm here to learn and I'm here to talk to you and to figure out collectively what we can do. Because when communities are resilient, not just individuals, but when communities are resilient, they are going to fare better in those emergencies. Communities that have resiliency in place, communities that are have a lot of agency, right, for themselves. As communities, not just as individuals, but as communities, they're going to fare better. And if a community isn't freaking out, they're not coming after your preps, right? So we all benefit. We all benefit. So how do we do that? I don't know, but we're going to talk about it this year. We're going to look critically at mutual aid groups. We're going to look critically at ways that we can engage local communities, how we can do that in a way that's safe for us, how we can do that in a way that's agency giving rather than agency taking. And we can do that in a way that's sustainable, okay? Sustainable for all of us. I really hope that we're gonna bring some conversations between the sustainability community and the prepping community. I think the zero waste movement really overlaps well with our community. So I'll be doing a zero waste emergency preparedness video here, I'm hoping in the next week or two. And I'm just really hoping to bring some of these communities that feel like they don't have anything in common together, because honestly, you guys, we have so much in common with these communities, homesteaders and emergency preparedness folks and the zero and low waste movement and the low tox movement. Like, these groups, which might have some different political ideologies, actually have a ton in common. And if we can get over the political part, we could make massive difference as consumers and as advocates. It's incredible. So this is just a little video, just a quick little video. It's not fancy. I don't even have all my makeup on, you guys. I did not put on eyeliner today. It's the Mondayest Friday I've ever had. at least in a good long while. But I wanted to get a video to say I've reached 500 subscribers. I'm incredibly grateful to every single one of you that has joined the channel, that is a part of this community, that has supported me and has encouraged me, whether you've done so here in the comments in the Facebook group and other groups that I'm a part of over on Instagram, wherever you found me from. I am really, really glad. I'm really glad that you're here to have this conversation. I'm really glad that you're here for fear-free emergency preparedness. I'm really glad that you're here, and hopefully that this video and this series and this channel can help you and help people you know who are maybe turned off by some of the rhetoric coming out of the prepping community, and open the door, right? Open the door for new people to get the information they need, to do so in a way that is affirming to their personhood, right? And to do so in a way that is life-giving rather than life-taking and fear-inducing. I really want everyone to become confident. I want you to become confident in any crisis. I am here for that. So I'm glad that you're joining me. All right, I am about to be done with my lunch hour, so I am going to sign off on this quick little video. I just want to say, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad we're going to be making videos. I plan on having a bunch up over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully 1 a week plus 2 bonuses a month. I'm going to average 6 a month. That's my goal. We'll see. I looked over my goals from last year and I tanked them. So I'll do a whole video reviewing how I failed my goals, but that's okay. We'll do that in another video. Anyways, I hope that your 2022 is getting off to a good start. It is snowing here. It is kind of snowy and wet and cold. I've got some reports to write. And if you want to hang out more with me off of YouTube, you can find me down in the description, my Instagram handle, my Facebook group, all that stuff. You can come and check it out and we can hang out either in the comments or in other places online. I'm excited to have some meaningful, generative conversations with all of you. All right, until next week, bye.